back at it here, just doing some clearing in the spring. I think it's April. The only time you really get to clear, you get about a month, wet enough weather to burn. So you really got to get after it during this time. Yesterday I got a lot done. Freaking camera died, but I burnt this whole slash pile down and cleared a bunch of trees around this. And starting to get more clear. Just have to keep going. Probably gonna start right here and get this maple thing done, and then use that because some of it's dry to get that fire going. I just got to work my way into this stuff because eventually there's going to be a shop here. Excavate all that out and level it, and the hard pack, the decomposed granite, will be a good surface for a shop, or at least the equipment shed or whatever. But I got to cut some trees back from the house. I don't want too many trees close to the house in case of fires. We get real bad fires up here. Yeah, basically I had to take a brief hiatus from building the house to clear some land and do a bunch of other stuff that needed to be done on the property, but got it framed and insulated with the wood stove, so we had a dry, warm place to stay in while we're building the shop and all this other stuff. Wow, that's crazy. These are like the biggest snowflakes I've ever seen. Huge snowflakes. So I think since I'm making everything for the house, you know, from the doors to the cabinets to the counters, and even just milling the wood, it's going to be a lot more efficient if I have a shop with all my wood shop tools set up in it. That way I'm not trying to do all the work inside of the house and stay there. So it's sort of my plan from the get-go is get it built, get somewhere to stay, because we were staying in the camper, and then do all this clearing and get a shop going as soon as possible, which you'll see in the next several episodes. Spot cleared. This is where the shop's gonna go. I'm gonna excavate all this out level, and there's a ton of these trees. So this is the PEX water line I used on the house. I have a 1-inch coming into the house, and then I ran 3/4 inch hot and cold lines throughout the house, and then when it goes to faucets and stuff, I step down to 1/2 inch and put valves on it. That's just the code in my area. think this is probably my least favorite part of plumbing, is doing this hole hog. Basically, I'm using this to drill out holes for ABS pipe for drain lines. And these hole hogs are really nice and they work well, but they're notorious for catching and like breaking people's arms and wrists. But luckily I made it through unscathed, probably because I drink a lot of milk. Right here I'm having to chisel off a little bit of this hole so that the hole saw can penetrate through it. The reason why is because I'm using true 2x12 or whatever rough sawn lumber, and so standard bit doesn't quite go all the way through it. And right here is just the gas line for the instant hot water heater. Just having to do a stub out here in this utility closet so I can hook that up. Well, I'm in the basement here, just trying to figure out this plumbing stuff. I'm pretty sure I got it figured out, but I just got to get the toilet ran over here, and here's the shower. So there's a P-trap, and then we're tying it into this, and then I got to step this down a little bit to meet this level. I'm probably going to bring it over right above the outlet as high as I can for now until I can figure out the height of this run. Basically, it's hard to see with this light, guys, but I got the this is just sitting here while I glue it, holding it in place. But this is for the shower, or the washer and dryer drain, and then it meets up with the sink. It's a utility sink drain. I'm using all 2-inch pipe. Code, you can do 1.5 inch or 2-inch. Just want 2-inch pipe so it doesn't cause problems in the future. I may put a clean out on this one on the end still, I don't know, but for now it's okay. Anyway, and then I'll get this over to here, cut it through, and then that'll tie into another run that'll have to come all the way over here through these joists. This will be the final one that goes all the way over to there, whereas the kitchen's at. So I gotta drop down. I might just go through the wall up there for a while, but then they got a screen or a slider here, so I can't go through upstairs, so I got to drop it below the sliding glass door and come through these ones, which I can measure them all out and drill them, or I could do it the easy way and just cut blocks consecutively, getting smaller, or I guess bigger, smaller, so that way it's all downhill. You just do the math on it. It's like for every 4 feet it's 1 inch a drop. Then I'd bring it all the way to this corner, and I think I want to try to get it in these rafters because I don't have a wall built here yet, and I'm gonna build a wall on all this stuff eventually once I pour the floor in here. Not real exciting down here. I mean, it's cold in the basement, and then this is the fresh water line. I gotta frame a wall at some point. I think I'm just gonna cut it and go back through this girder, and then I'll probably go bore a hole through that, probably double, because I have to have one for gas line and one for this cold water line to go through. And then I'm gonna run the cold water back over here, and this is the main 1 inch coming from outside, so I gotta put on a valve somewhere to close off the whole house. And then I think I might just tee it off. I'll bring it up here, tee it off, put a valve on it, and then the one end will go out that way to the outside, and I'll put a valve out there so I can drain the whole house out, so I can open the valve and everything upstairs will all drain out. And that's in case you leave, you know, for a while. All you gotta do is turn this main off and then open that valve and the whole house drains out. There, and when I do the shower, I'll probably cut out a square so you have access to that P-trap when you're installing the shower. And I can move it and stuff, but here, focus. Anyways, we'll just have to drop this one down to like here, and with the 22.5 and then another 22.5.